7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja bichuela y guandules no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que él tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quiero.
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de...
Oh yeah, wake up guys. It's 7:10 a.m. Wakey wakey. We are live from Los Angeles, guys. I had my doctor's appointment yesterday. Let me scooch this in here a little bit. Had my doctor's appointment yesterday. Ended up staying the night. Long drive. It's like a 5-hour drive. So I decided to stay the night up here, guys, and go on a little adventure. It went pretty well. Guys. So the verdict was that he said the doctor's a little mysterious. It's Dr. Mysterio. I don't know why. He did tell me that there was a lot of damage in my shoulder, and that he had to work a little harder. Basically, what I don't know if he expected a tip or what he was expecting, but he said he worked a lot harder than normal. It was a lot of shaving. He reattached my tendon to my bicep. No more sling for right now. I might wear it to remind myself not to use it, but I cannot lift anything more than a cup of coffee for a while with this arm. So everything went pretty good though. I'm happy with it. He was happy. I start physical therapy next week, which is going to be kind of rough, but it is what it is. But yeah, everything went pretty good. Traffic and everything. So we ended up staying another day. Did a little adventuring. So you guys are going to have some videos coming up pretty soon. Some good ones too. I'm not going to spoil them, guys. They're going to be Christmas related from places you would never expect us to do Christmas videos from. So wait, yeah, you'll start seeing them. They'll be dropping this week, guys. Yeah, it's going to be actually a pretty cool thing. Some sites that are very lesser known. It should be fun, guys. Aaron, how you doing, man? How you doing all the way in Australia? You're up late. Do you work in the morning? Hopefully, and not, man. You're a late nighter. But what else we got going on today, guys? Let's see what's going on with me today. Nothing, just driving back later on today, doing a couple more adventures. Everything will be back to normal tomorrow. Ed, hey, how you doing, Ed S? How's it going, buddy? Hopefully everything's good. Let's do a little roll call this morning, guys, before we go. No, you know what? Let's do this first. Hey, Brian's Bong, how's it going? So no left-handed hits holding me. Oh, man. Hey, guys, while we're here, I don't have it with me, but make sure you hashtag Antlers. We're giving away a 11x17 autograph by the actor who played Antlers in the movie Antlers. I don't know if that was the guy's name. He played the monster in Antlers. Very cool photo. Big autograph on it, silver Sharpie. I would jump all over that. So hashtag Antlers. And then I'm debating about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the Jason mask. We still got those. Man, that Jason mask is pretty fire. From the 4th, Friday the 13th. It's a good mask, too. So we'll probably be giving that away soon, too, guys. So if you want, go ahead and I hate to do it, but autograph or do hashtag Friday the 13th. Oh, man. It's, what is it? It's too freaking cold. Is it cold this morning up there, guys? Oh, man. Good morning, Harley. Good morning. Yeah, it's pretty well. I'm in the room. I haven't went outside yet, but man, it's been cold the last couple of days. Yesterday, really cold, and at least now without the sling, I can wear a jacket. But I'm still very limited in what I can do with it. But anyway, guys, I wanted to cover some topics this morning. Um, this is actually a pretty good one. Um, I just talked about this yesterday and in a conversation. So if you guys, I don't know if I've ever told you guys this or not. We've never really talked about it much. You know what? Let me, I don't think I can upload a picture. I can airdrop it. Hang on one second, guys. Bear with me one second. I want to show you guys a photo of something here. What's the good one? That's a good one. All right, here we go. Technology. Oh, there we go. All right. So, as you guys know, it's no secret. I used to be a lot heavier than I am now. Probably I've been this weight for about 5 or 6 years, but I was a lot heavier. And one of the things that got me to lose weight was I was actually kicked off a ride at a theme park, guys, for being too big. For being too big. And that was kind of like, I already had wake up calls before that, but that was when I'm like, there's something wrong. I need to work on this. So this is a before and after, guys. This is me at my heaviest, as you can see there. The other one, don't pay attention to. That's just a before and after. That was a long time ago, though. But yeah, so that was me probably at my heaviest right there. And the reason I bring this up is because Southwest is offering free extra seats to plus size passengers, which I think is good, man. I think that's really good because, it makes for an awkward situation. I was humiliated, man. Like, I was on the ride and they came and they're like, right in front of my kids and stuff. And my kids were like 15 or like 16 and 14. So it was like that age where they knew what was going on. Oh man, it was the best. It was the best. Suck that tummy in. It wasn't the best. It was the worst, man. And but Southwest, guys. Southwest is a low-cost carrier, Southwest Airlines, which I never really pictured Southwest as a low cost. But they are being celebrated by passengers of side as they discover they can request complimentary seats, 1 or 2, depending on the needs to accommodate their girth. I think that's great, man. There's nothing worse than like one time when I was flying, I was at my heaviest, and I almost had to ask for like a lap extender. And I was like, man, I don't want to do this in front of everybody. I don't want to do that. And I remember just sucking it in as much as I could to get that belt on, and it barely fit. But the next year when I flew, I had lost the weight. Everything was good. But I'm happy for Southwest, man. That's a really cool thing. I think, I support Southwest in that. There's no reason to embarrass people. Like, I get it, man. There's two sides of everything, but there's no reason to embarrass people. There's no reason in public to do that kind of stuff. So, kudos to Southwest. That's pretty good. Diet Coke, Sprite, and Fanta recalled in 3 states, guys. The FDA says around 2,000 12-packs of Diet Coke, Sprite, and Fanta. And Fanta. Hopefully it's not orange Fanta. Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi. I should be all right, guys. It should be all right. Oh, wouldn't that have been a fun live show? Just projectile vomit all over my iPad. That would be fun. So potential foreign matter is being recalled. Diet Coke, Sprite, and Fanta cases are being recalled due to potential foreign matter. The soda was sold in Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi. Wow. You got to watch that. One time I found a piece of fiberglass in a Butterfinger. Like, I don't know if they use fiberglass to, like, mold it or whatever, but the bottom was like a fiberglass blend. And they didn't believe me when I called. Let's see, what's another one? Body of missing Arizona woman found near landfill. Authorities are investigating a murder after a missing woman was found dead near a landfill in South Phoenix. That was this morning. They haven't released any names or anything yet, so hopefully get that family some answers, man. I can't, like I told you guys before, if one of my kids ended up going missing and no answers or nothing, I'm not built for that, man. I'm definitely not built for that. Let's see. Latest consumer products recall, guys. Tesla autopilot defects, death reported from toy magnetic balls, and more. Okay, here we go. Tesla autopilot recall. Over 2 million vehicles need software fix of defective system. See, now that's like, I'm all for this I'm all for this automated car stuff. I think it could do wonders. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. It's a little iRobot-ish, but at the same time, these are the problems you're going to have. Just like your phone, when we all have to get a firmware update. Imagine you're driving and your car's like, I need a firmware update now or you can die. Like, there's a little difference between updating your phone and your car. I had a lady say that our rubber Kilpatrick bread liners broke her tooth and ripped so far that stuck to the bread. I think we would all have. I think you would have all had us throwing up. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Stand By Me. Who remembers that movie? What was the kid's name? They were telling the story about the heavy kid. Oh, what was? I'm gonna have to look that up now. And what it was he was made fun of his whole life. I think he just called him Fat Kid, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. As I was typing it in, I'm like, wait a minute, was his name just Fat Kid? Stand By Me. Great movie, too, man. I remember watching it with my daughter on Christmas morning years ago, and she was probably like 6 or 7. I love the way it threw up the other kid. What's his name? Who played in it? Not the one I was thinking. Jerry O'Connell was the one who wasn't even really fat in that movie, man. The pie eating contest. Here we go. Jerry O'Connell says he was called the Fat Kid from from Stand By Me. Anyway, you guys remember that scene where he drinks a big thing of castor oil and he joins a pie eating contest with like the Elks Lodge or something, and he's just throwing up blueberry pie everywhere, like, and then everyone in the thing is throwing up blueberry pie. My favorite scene of that is when like it's an out shot, like a standby, like, I don't know, a long shot, and you just see blueberry pie thrown in the air as people are throwing up. Chow down, wide load. Yes. Comb for Vern. You don't get no hair. You don't got no hair. He just wanted to comb his hair in case they made the newspapers. I mean, come on. They were going to look for a dead body. Carolyn, good morning. That was one of my favorite scenes, I gotta say, of any movie, but pretty good. All right, so Tesla autopilot recalls 2 million vehicles that need software of defective system. That's kind of scary, man. That's kind of scary. Tesla autopilot recall. Tesla is recalling more than 2 million vehicles across its model lineup to fix a defective system that is supposed to ensure drivers are paying attention when they're on autopilot. Pretty important. That's a pretty important one. Oh, my son used to play with these a lot when he was little. Recall warning issued over magnetic balls after 7 deaths reported. The small magnetic balls in toy sets are stronger than. If you guys, let's see, you guys seen these before? I think they're called Connects. Balls in toy sets are stronger than permitted and can be swallowed, possibly leading to them becoming lodged in digestive system. And wow, 7 deaths reported over that. Crazy. Subaru issues recall for over 95,000 Crosstechs, Foresters, and Legacy of Outbacks. It doesn't say what the recall's for. Stain remover recall due to eye and risk, or what is it, skin and eye irritation. That kind of goes with the territory. Let's see what else we got here. 3rd U.S. death reported in salmonella outbreak linked to tainted cantaloupe, guys. Watch your cantaloupe out there. The salmonella outbreak tied to cantaloupe has also killed 5 people in Canada, according to health officials. Here is what you need to know about the recall. Man, cantaloupe, man, salmonella a lot. That and spinach. Have you ever noticed spinach gets a lot of it? Let's see. Pre-cut cantaloupe made from recalled whole fruit have been sold at stores like Sprouts, Farmers Market, Trader Joe's, Walmart. I think we actually have some cantaloupe from Walmart in my fridge right now. Uh-oh. Yeah, so be careful on that, guys. I think that looks like it's nationwide. All right, so that was your just brief little news, guys. Let's get into some roll call this morning, man. See who's all up in here. Got a ton of people, 150 people. Nice. Let's do this thing, guys.
Roll call for the gangsters at 7:10 a.m. Rise and shine, it's time to slam, break the mold. Rebel from the north, gangsters unite, let's raise a storm. D-A-N-K, we're here to play, loud and proud, we won't obey. 7:10 a.m., we'll rock your day. Gangsters assemble, never fade away.
That's right, Danksters. It's roll call time. What do you need to be involved in roll call? You just blow up those comments. Simple as that, guys. Leave a comment and we'll shout you out. All right, we got Rosie Key in the house. Good morning, Rosie. How you doing this morning? We got Merlin Public Media. Mike Means, how you doing, buddy? Hey, if you guys have not checked it out, check out Talking Shit with Merlin. Talking shit over there with Mike Means, Merlin Public Media. Great show, guys. He has some great interviews. Good guy. Go check that out. We got Fight for Freedom. Good morning, Chantel. How are you doing? Everyone feeling better over at your house, hopefully. Let's see. We got Brian's Bong. What's up, Brian's Bong? Lonnie, how you doing? We got the Asylum with Harley, guys. Make sure you're checking out the Asylum with Harley fun show. I was on it on Sunday. If you guys didn't get a chance to watch it, jump on over there. Check it out. It was a fun show. We covered the weirdest headlines, like the weirdest things people do. There were some weird ones in there, guys. Check it out. Great show, great channel. Make sure you give it a like, some thumbing, give it an old thumbing, and we're good to go. Aaron, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? All the way from Australia, the man from down under. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Ed S. Hey, man, it's been a minute. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Hopefully everything's good for you. Who else we got up in here? Oh, man. Carolyn. Good morning, Carolyn. How's Colorado this morning? Probably cold, huh? Who else we got up in here? Who else we got? I got Lonnie up in here. Oh, man. Eric, good morning. Good morning. Looks like you're in a hotel. Did you bring your mother's wig with you and your one-armed Norman Bates? I brought my leotard and my wig. Mother answers the door. You know that. Oh, man, that's funny. That is funny, man. Oh. Oh, man. You never know. Bates Motel might show up in a video pretty soon. You never know. Just saying. Just saying, guys. All right, let's get in. Big shout out to everyone up in here, guys. I appreciate you tuning in every morning. Make sure you throw in those thumbs up for me. Leave some comments, guys. It really helps the algorithm. We got a lot of stuff coming up in the next couple weeks. End into the year. We got November to Dismember that we're going in. Oh man, Carolyn. Oh, that sucks. We wish you all the best. Hopefully, you get in a better mood. Hopefully, things all work out. We love you. We think you're the best. You hang out, definitely. No expectations here. We just appreciate you being you. That's it. Great community we got here, guys. Let's support each other. You guys know the whole deal. The whole deal. All right, guys. Let's get into Today in History. That's right. Today in history, journey through time. All right, let's do this thing, guys. Here we go. Today in history, a journey through time, where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history. All right, guys, let's look up the mysteries of our histories, not like how I reported it. Where's Britannica at on here? Hang on. Today in history, Britannica. There we go. As always, Today in History is brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Your #1 cannabis superstore in all the land, guys. If we don't know the past, we're doomed to repeat it. And what else? This is brought to you today by the Healing Center. What else was I going to say? I don't know. Let's get into this, guys. Where are we at? Today in History. For Britannica. We always use Britannica for Today in History, guys. And this is for 12/14. We got some birthdays in the house, guys. Our favorite Danish astronomer, Tycho Brahe, was born today in 1546 in Denmark. He died at age 54 in 1601 in Prague. Also, our famous our favorite Brazilian president, Dilma Rousseff, was born today. Lee Remick, American actress. Raja Kupar, Indian actor and director. BKS Langer, Indian teacher. And our favorite Georges of all the George VI, King of the United Kingdom, was born in 1895, guys. Featured event. Irish actor Peter O'Toole, who captivated audiences with performances that showcased his versatility in roles ranging from classic drama to contemporary farce. During a 7-decade stage and screen career, died at age 81. That was in 2013. Yeah, Peter O'Toole, man. Yeah, been around for a long time. 2012, a mass shooting in Newtown, Connecticut left 28 people dead, including 20 children from Sandy Hook Elementary School and the 20-year-old shooter, Adam Lanza. That was a tragedy, man. Fucking Alex Jones paying $1 billion because he was a denier. Couple billion, I believe. Yeah, that thing, man. That Sandy, that's just a horrible incident that we need to learn from and definitely figure out how to stop these school shootings, man. There's got to be a way. That everyone can agree with, but I don't know. You got to put egos to the side and figure out, not everyone's right, not everyone's wrong. If we put our minds together, we can fix this thing. Just putting our minds together. What else happened? 1993, the dramatic film Philadelphia. If you guys haven't seen this is Tom Hanks. This is a case of a man with AIDS fighting in court. Denzel Washington plays the lawyer. Great movie. Had its world premiere. It's the first major Hollywood film to address the AIDS crisis, and Hanks won an Oscar for his performance. In 1985, Wilma Mankiller became the first woman ever to serve as chief of a major Native American tribe when she was sworn in as principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. Wilma Mankiller. I wonder how she got her name. I remember I was working my C's Candy job, my seasonal C's Candy job, and there was a guy who came in, and on his credit card, it said his name was I don't think his name was Paul, but I will just call him Paul for the most part. Paul, his last name was Has No Horses. And I so, because Native American names are so you just know where they came from. And so, or at least I would assume. And I wanted to be like, where did no horses come from? Well, my Uncle Johnny had no horses, or whatever. But Wilma Mankiller, where did that name come from? What's going on in her tribe, guys? What's going on at home over there? Holy crap. But she became the first female chief. That's pretty groundbreaking if you really, really think about it. Nice. What else happened, guys? British punk band The Clash released its breakthrough album London Calling in 1979. I love me some Clash, guys. If you haven't been exposed to The Clash yet, a lot of influences. Green Day's been influenced from them. A lot of punk bands, Blink 182. You name it, man. A lot of punk bands definitely got their influence from The Clash. Check them out, man. They're a great band. In 1960, the convention established the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development was signed by 18 European countries, the United States and Canada. George VI, who became King of the United Kingdom, died December 11, 1936, following the abduction of the throne by his brother, Edward VIII, was born. Oh, wow. So his brother kicked him off the throne. That's crazy. 1799, our main man, George Washington, the first president of the United States, died at age 67. Did George Washington really say, "I can't tell a lie"? In the words of Henry Lee's eulogy, George Washington, first in war, first in peace, and first in the hearts of our countrymen. The accomplishments were titanic, commander of the victorious Continental Army during the American Revolution, first president of the United States, father of his country. You can't get much bigger than that. There's no question George Washington was larger than life. But did he really say as a boy, "I cannot tell a lie," after damaging his father's prized cherry tree with a hatchet? In a word, no. This is not to say young Washington was a Pinocchio. It's just there is no evidence in that this event actually occurred. However, it's the story behind the story that's the story here. It's the story behind the story that's the story, guys. Where are we? When Washington died in 1799, Americans were aware of his public accomplishments, but knew little about his personal life. And then they were keen to fill that void. Enter Masson Locke Weems, a clergyman and internet book agent. Not internet. Sorry, I read that wrong, guys. Who that would have been weird, right? Who saw the need and was ready to meet it as one of Washington's first biographers. A moralist as well as an opportunist, Parsons was determined that he would show that Washington's unparalleled rise and evaluation were due to his great virtues in the process. So basically, they wrote this book about his history, and that was in there. They're trying to make him look like he was just the greatest guy, which he was. I mean, he was a good guy. He smoked a lot of weed. We love George Washington. All right, 1568, the casket letters found to be damaging to the career of Mary, Queen of Scots, were produced by Westminster before a body of English commissars appointed by Queen Elizabeth I. 1503, French astrologer and physician Nostradamus, the most widely read seer of the Renaissance, was born. Old Nostradamus was born today, guys. We're going to cover some predictions and some stuff like that at 420. But yeah, wow, that's a big one. Nostradamus. And then in 867, guys, Adrian II, our favorite of the Adrians, were elected by the Roman Catholic Pope. That's right, good old Adrian II. Yo, Adrian, we did it. We did it, Adrian. You're the Pope. That's right. Yo, Adrian, I'm the Pope. Yo. Oh man, I cracked myself up, guys. I cracked myself up. The British thought he was an a-hole, but we love him. You know what? The British did think he was an a-hole, and I'm pretty sure a lot of those guys were a-holes. Have we ever talked about Benjamin Franklin, the serial killer? Yeah, I don't know if we have ever talked about that. You know what? We got some time here. What is it? Let's talk about Benjamin Franklin. Let's see. J-A-M-I-N. Benjamin. What's it? They don't say it correctly. Benjamin. That's that's how you spell it. Benjamin. Hey man, Benjamin Franklin. Nice. Oh, Franklin, the serial killer. I want to get the facts together, guys. The Ben Franklin's bones. Yes, this is what it's about. Why was Benjamin Franklin's basement filled with skeletons? Yeah, you guys, this is true. This is very true. For nearly 2 decades leading up to signing of the Declaration of Independence, Benjamin Franklin lived in London in a house at 36 Craven Street in 1776. Franklin left his English home to come back to America. More than 200 years later, 15 bodies were found in the basement, buried in a secret windowless room beneath the garden. In 1998, workers were doing repairs on the 36 Craven, looking to turn Franklin's old haunt into a museum. From 1 meter wide, 1 meter deep pit, over 1,200 pieces of bones were retrieved. Remnants of more than a dozen bodies, according to Benjamin Franklin's house. 6 were children. Forensic investigators show that the bones were dated to Franklin's days, so they matched up. Franklin was noted revolutionary and powerful Freemason, the Grand Master of the Masons of Pennsylvania. There you go, Teresa Deller. So it's easy to wonder what dark secrets Franklin may have hid in his basement chamber, but the truth, it turns out, isn't quite so dark. The most plausible explanation is not mass murder, but an anatomy school ran by Franklin's young friend and protege, William Hayson, said The Guardian. So Franklin's time, anatomy lessons were dark, ethical, ambiguous business per mental floss. Anatomy was still in its infancy, but the day's social and ethical mores frowned upon it. A steady supply of human bodies was hard to come by legally, so Hayson, Hunter, and the field of other pioneers had to turn to grave robbing, each paying professional resurrection men to produce cadavers by digging them up themselves to get their hands on specimens. Researchers think that 36 Craven, an irresistible spot for Hussein to establish his own anatomy lab. The tenant was a trusted friend, the landlady was his mother-in-law, and he was flanked by convenient sources for corpses. Bodies could be smuggled from graveyards and delivered to the wharf at one end of the street or snatched from the gallows at the other end. When he was done with them, Hussein simply buried whatever was left of the bodies in the basement rather than sneaking them out for disposal elsewhere and risk getting caught and prosecuted. Franklin was probably aware of the illegal studies going on in his building, says the Franklin House. but doubt that he would have involved himself still. We can't imagine that curious man that he was. He didn't sneak down and check out the proceedings at least once or twice. So 36 bodies were found in Benjamin Franklin's house, but they're saying it's the Brian Brown show. Yeah, I don't know, man. 36 bodies. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, but it's coming from his historical society. I don't know. That's weird. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Benjamin Franklin, the serial killer. Or not, guys. Let's you know what? Let's do this. We'll do some strange news this morning, guys. The weird news from our good old friends at the Huffington Post, guys. Let's see. What's this one? Menu autograph by Mo Zedong brings big bucks at auction. Check that out. We love our autographs. We got to look that. I actually went to a big autograph store yesterday. I have some, autograph authentics, I think. Went to a big store yesterday. They were pricey though. Real pricey. Definitely not for collectors, more for like rich people, but they're paying their rent, so they got to charge what they got to charge. All right, menu autographed by Ma Zedong, brings $275,000 at auction. The menu, which was for a state banquet in 1956, included great food like conmiso of swallow's nest, white argalic, shark fins and brown sauce, and roast Peking duck. An official menu from a state banquet that bears the signature of former Chinese leader Mao Zedong has been auctioned for $275,000, a little over $250,000. Boston-based RR Auction said that the menu auction Wednesday was for a banquet held in Beijing on October 9th, 1956, and commemorative of the first state visit to China by Pakistan's Prime Minister. The menu was signed by fountain pen by 6 influential Chinese statesmen, including Mao, Premier Zhao. The banquet featured food from both nations, including deliciousness such as shark fins and brown sauce, roast Peking duck. To hold a menu signed by Ma Zedong and Zhou Yinao is to hold a piece of the past. That is very true. I bet you, especially in the States, that kind of stuff doesn't pop up very often. Other auctions, items auctioned off included a full operational World War II era Enigma coding machine for $206,000. A Thomas Edison signed document for a light bulb patent. What the fuck? That only went for $22,000. It's Thomas Edison. It's a light bulb patent. Oh my God. Like, who wouldn't want that in their house? I mean, probably a lot of people, but I would. A check signed by Steve Jobs, the Radio Shack, was sold for $46,000. Who wouldn't want that? Fucking Steve Jobs going to Radio Shack? Oh my God, that's history right there. That's a great thing. Let's see, what's this one? The check dated for July 23rd, 1976 is payable to Radio Shack for a whopping $4.01. It was signed by Steve Jobs the same year he and Steve Wozniak launched Apple in the Silicon Valley garage. So these could have been parts that made that first Apple machine that he paid for with this check that you could hang in your house for a mere $26,000, $46,000. Man, yeah, that I can see why that would go. The banquet thing, that is a piece of history, man. That is pretty good. What else we got? I'm a Santa. Here are 8 secrets about my job that you should know. All right, let's see. So these are mall Santas, guys. These are secrets of mall Santas. Look at us. We're just jumping all over the place. Okay. Number 1 rule of being a Santa. They don't make promises about gifts to your children, but they do listen to them. We're not making promises. We're not telling them, well, we'll see what we're telling them. We'll see what we can do. That's probably is the best thing because you don't know parents' financial situation. Kids like, I want a 90-inch TV and with a Xbox in my room. You're like, you got it, kid. And mom's like, here's your now and laters because that's all we could afford. You know, Santa looks like a bad guy then. So I get that. So Santa doesn't say, hey, you've been good. We're going to get you that thing. He's like, oh, we'll see what we can do. That makes sense. Santas do work hard to give every kid their full attention. When a child stands there, you know they want to tell you something. I stop everything and I talk to them. I see the intensity of the glaze when I see a kid, and that is, to me, the challenge. Who is volunteering as one of the Chinatown International District Santas in the Wing Luke Museum in Seattle this holiday. Number 2, some do get paid a lot, but there are upfront costs too. Wow, who thought Santa made that kind of money? Got to get moving. They got a lot of house cleaning to do today. See y'all at 420. Take care, Chantel. Take care. Have fun cleaning. We will see you at 420. Tell Russ we said hey during the holiday. Okay, so he estimates that Santas can get paid between $1,000 and $100,000 during the holidays. Yeah, I worked with one Santa. We were doing photos for actually for low income people in Needles. We back in the day, me and thou who shall not be named, old Voldemort face, would do some I guess charity, whatever. We set up a Winter Wonderland is what we called it. And then I volunteered. I did family photos. We had a Santa come in. I had the backdrop. I had the whole 9 yards going. And we did professional photos. I was the Grinch. We did photos with the Grinch for, you know, families that weren't going to get that opportunity. I thought it was super important. But the Santa that I worked with, used to do private parties up here in LA, Orange County, and he said he would make like $6-7 grand sometimes showing up at private parties and just being Santa. So, like, you know, you get some rich people in the Orange County area, wherever, Beverly Hills, they need a Santa for their Christmas party. Boom, you're making $5-6 grand, man. Pretty good, pretty good. So it's estimated that they can get paid $1,000 to $100,000 during the holidays, with the highest paid salaries going to Santas who run their own agencies, booking other Santas for events. But there are upfront costs too. He spent $800 on his Santa suit, $300 on the leather belt, and a belt buckle that he first started getting gigs. Yeah, you got to be a good Santa. If you're going to start making money, you got to have the whole professional gear. You can't just get some like Spirit Halloween Santa outfit. You got to be a bala, Santa bala. All right, what else we got, guys? Getting paid isn't the reason for doing the job. However, it's nice. All Santas interviewed said that they don't do the job for the money, even when it's a paid job. Sinclair, who has been working for Santa for 23 years, is Santa year-round at birthday parties and corporate events. I do just as many events for free as I do for pay, he said. You're going to retire on this? You're not. Are you going to retire on this? That's not what it's about. This is about the joy of the holidays and continuing to show the joy each and every day for the people you meet. Yeah, you know, I mean, a lot of people, a lot of the Santas, that's what they do it, man. The best Santa, oh, what the heck happened there? The best Santas train to keep up their craft. Professional Santas are not just winging it. Many have gone through schools to learn how to be the mythical figure people love and trust. I would agree with that. You know, you're an example of something. You're an example of what kids look up to. Yeah, definitely, 100%. I would say there should be some training involved. For example, Sinclair, the president of the group on Facebook called Santas of Color Collation, and he has said they offer monthly Zoom trainings on topics like beard maintenance, how to be a storyteller, and how to be on social media. Yeah, I get that. Just like the ones that, oh, yeah, speaking of which, I forgot I have a graphic for us. Boom. There you go, Lonnie. There you go. Number 5, they have strategies for answering a child's difficult question. One of them, Cohagen, said that the most common challenges our children are asked him, can you fix it? Can you get mom and dad back together? Ooh, that is a hard one. Said these situations, he acknowledges what a child is saying, but does not make promises about whether he can fix anything. He will stress the child has family who loves them very much and that Santa loves the child too. The wonderful thing saying I love you too, when I say Santa loves you, when you hear the child say I love you too, it's kind of a signal to change subjects and get into the tree and the gifts, he said. When a child asks Santa for an intangible impossibility, like bringing a loved one back together, the key thing to remember is that you need to listen, you need to hear what they say, and you need to acknowledge it and let them know that Santa's magic is toys. There are times when kids are uncomfortable and the parents need to recognize that. Yeah, how many crazy crying kids have we gotten? They advise families not to force children to sit on Santa's lap if they don't want to. You guys want to sit in the chair, I'll stand next to you. Or, hey, let's stand up and take a picture. It's kind of telling someone sort of a story versus standing there with your hands at your side doing the cheesy type smile, he said. Said it could be a win-win for Santas, for the families to do heavy lifting of the kids and the Santa's needs. It eliminates awkward pickups. And the other thing, it saves your back. He says you lift 500 kids in a day and you go back to your room that night and your back is killing you. And if the child is nervous, he invites the parents to ask the child to stand over to the side and wait a little bit so they can, maybe the child will watch the other kids after a while. They'll get a little more relaxed and won't be as afraid. Yeah, that's a big one, man. All right, number 7, adults are welcome to join in the photo with the children too. Heck yeah, man. Who hasn't wanted to, as an adult, jump in there, man. Take a picture with Santa. Especially the Marlboro whiskey drinking Santa there, man. Santas are diverse and they are a high demand for them. When Santa working a mall, when Sinclair was working a mall as Santa years ago, he recalled a mother who turned her family away when she was the Santa for that afternoon. I was sitting in the chair and the kids are ready to take photos, and she was like, that's not Santa. That's not the Santa we want. But the little girl was like, Mom, but it's Santa. Let's go. And she pulled the kids walking away. That's probably still happens more times than not. But the demand for diverse Santas is high. Sinclair said that Santas of Color Coalition has grown over 200 members in the last 19 in at least 19 states. Sinclair, who based in Atlanta, said that he's traveled as far as Canada, Jamaica, and the Bahamas for Santa gigs. Folks looking for an African-American Santa, and we're popping up everywhere. We were showing up and doing the job. Ultimately, Santa is a beloved icon. Working Santas are proud to embody. It's a privilege and an honor to be considered to play that role. Yeah, there is. There's definitely a responsibility, definitely an accountability. And, it's kids' Christmases. Like we had talked about before. There's nothing better, man. I told you guys when my kids came into the room and the toy thing was set up. And, I remember, can't remember how many, countless Christmases that I would sit in the living room. Kids would go to bed. I'd turn on A Christmas Story, of course, always A Christmas Story, and put together their toys, the Barbie Dream House, the Dora the Explorer house, the G.I. Joe sets, the Star Wars Millennium Falcon, all those things, guys. I had to put together. But to see their faces on Christmas morning and to know that you provided that joy that they'll remember forever, even if they're assholes when they're a little older in life, they still remember that, man. It's super important. Yeah, definitely, guys. Support your Santas. They're doing good. Before we end this, guys, I want to show you. Yesterday was my lucky day, guys. We went into Firehouse Subs to get dinner. And I saw this sign as I walked in. If your first name starts with BR, this sub's for you. So I got a BOGO sub, guys, because my name started with BR. And I was ready if they were like, hey, we're talking about your last name, not your first name. Done. Brian Brown. Either way, I win. So I had a great sub on a club, or club on a sub, guys. Great sandwich. There was a Philly steak involved too. We just got crazy. But yeah, lucky day, guys. Lucky day. Free sub, man. You gotta love that. You gotta love that. Just like the ones I used to smoke. I'm dreaming of a green Christmas. She who shall not be heard. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you guys. I'll be back at 4:20 with something for you guys, some kind of live. We'll figure it out. But make sure you tune in for 4:20, guys. It could be on an adventure. You never know. It's a little sneak peek. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. You guys have a blessed day. I'm actually going to head back pretty soon. So wish me luck. Send some positive thoughts for the road, guys. Appreciate you. I will see you guys. Aaron, Friday the 13th. Oh, look at nice, Aaron. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all you guys. Rosie Key, Lonnie, Chantel, all you guys. Harley, Carolyn. Hopefully you're still on here. Everyone, guys, I appreciate you. Have a great day. I will see you at 4:20. We'll see you guys.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
See you guys.